Oh my god, you guys.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Guys.
Welcome to Sunday.
Welcome to Plan B.
It's not that we dislike Soul Calibur. It's a really good game.
Oh no, we love this game. It's easy to play, sort of, not really.
The original plan this week was that we were going to do Carl Clover.
From BlazBlue.
For BlazBlue, yeah. And we recorded 2 sessions of that because the first one went a little bit long. We had to cut some stuff out. The second session was about 45 minutes. That's not including stuff that we did have to cut out here and there. And we completely lost a 45-minute session. So now we're both really depressed, and we're just going to play some Soul Calibur.
Yeah, because we're pretty good at getting this one down to like 30 minutes, more or less.
Yeah, and we have to have something on Sunday, and it is Saturday night.
I mean, we don't have to, but we take pride in having like an update schedule.
Okay, so we've done Talum, Cassandra, Youngsung, Raphael.
Yeah, we've done the whole
Kilik
top bit. I don't think so, because I don't know anything about him.
Done Kilik. Yeah, I don't think I know anything about him either.
Except that he's the one with the stick, and once he gets going, you can't stop him. He's got range and combos.
Would you prefer the one with the open shirt or the one with the open shirt?
I don't know.
I'm gonna pick the one with a cape.
Okay. I got you. You mean a long coat?
Yeah.
Sorry. He has a Chaos Emerald or something on his chest.
But yeah, no, we did BlazBlue. It was long and it was hard and it was really, really gratifying and there was amazing stuff going on.
Yeah.
And we lost the whole thing.
Well, you didn't delete the audio,
No,
did you? Okay.
No, we still have the audio because it was a mistake on behalf of, I want to say, Shadowplay specifically, which is what we use for PC.
Yeah, thanks, NVIDIA.
Yeah, thanks, NVIDIA.
Yeah, no, it might not have been Shadowplay's fault. It could have been Steam.
It might have been Steam's. It could have been the port itself may have kind of crashed weirdly.
Yeah.
So, like, we saw it, but it didn't record it at all.
Yeah, so anyways, we're playing Soul Calibur.
Yeah, but
it's
now
a different
we're playing
game
Soul
than that.
Calibur. Yeah, it's completely different.
You know, trivia, we use a different recording method for this.
Oh, yeah,
we have to use a capture
use
card.
a capture card because we play this through a Wii. Because we don't actually have... Well, we do actually have a GameCube, but I don't know if it would hook up to the...
I don't know. It's just not worth bothering getting it out.
way.
Like, why get out the GameCube when the Wii's right here?
Yeah, exactly.
And anyways, like... It's got other ways that it can mess up the capture card, and we're just gonna hope it doesn't do it, because we've had it happen with that before. We, at one point...
Oh, that was right before the computer shit the bed for 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Yeah. That was,
something.
Yeah, we're remembering all the bad times today.
Yeah. We had done, and we intended to do more of these, we're sorry we haven't. We had done at one point a stream of Monster Rancher 2. We had originally done 2 separate recordings of ourselves playing it. One of them we just sucked in, and the other one would not record.
Yeah, well, neither of them recorded.
They didn't?
I'm pretty sure the first one
No,
didn't
the
record
first one I think we
just
decided
did
it sucked.
Right? Yeah. Okay, the first time we recorded it, it was terrible.
Yeah, our
second
monster
time
sucked.
it never actually recorded. Like we hit the button, the light went on, and then at the end we hit the button and the light went on again. It went from on to on, and I looked at that and went, oh, come on.
So anyways, you made sure that's not going to happen this time.
No. That hasn't happened in at least a year. And it is because of very specific problems that actually happen.
Yes. It's when you go from a system into the inbuilt system emulator for another system. So the PS3 playing the PS1 or the Wii playing the GameCube. So we've had some false starts when trying to play Soul Calibur, but we've never fucked up yet.
No.
Yet.
Even then, I still don't fully believe that the Monster Rancher 2 issue before the stream, with the completely destroyed footage, I still don't believe that was actually an issue with the capture card. I still think that was an issue with the computer that I was using at the time, which has since been replaced. It
so
had
anyways...
a faulty burned out motherboard was the big issue.
So that's the history of Pandera. What's the history of Kilik?
So far he's just Kilicking it.
So my guess from looking at him is that he's probably yet another Chinese guy. If he's
possibly.
not, he's probably just some other part of Asia.
He could be like, he's got a staff, so he might be from like China, maybe Tibet. He doesn't look Tibetan, but
I'm not entirely sure how to tell if someone's Tibetan.
Every time I've ever seen someone who's Tibetan, they're an old man. So
that's probably not a good indicator.
Assumption.
Just because the literal Dalai Lama is not in this game doesn't mean.
Oh no! I don't think of the Dalai Lama is not even my go-to for Tibetan people.
Okay, but still, like, just because he's not like a Sherpa or something doesn't mean he's not like anything. Like, so the thing is, this game seems to have a lot of characters who are probably kind of sort of Chinese, but that's a big country with a lot of different ethnic groups. As opposed to good old Mitsurugi here, it's like, yeah, that guy's from Japan. He's a samurai. You can tell.
Yeah, how could he be anything but from Japan?
Yeah, you only need just a cursory nerd understanding of what different Asian cultures look like, and you're like, that's a samurai.
Yeah, you need the understanding that George Lucas has, which is, man with sword, that's a samurai.
Yeah, like, you just have to be slightly more culturally aware than a Midwestern grandma, and you know what a samurai looks like.
Pretty much.
But with all the Chinese stuff, like wushu stuff, that's the word for what it's like the big budget martial arts stuff, right?
I'm pretty sure.
The movie genre.
One of the ones
like, all of those things, all those, it's like, I don't know them from glance. Actually, the back of his coat. What are those?
A little over the top. They look like squid, but I know that's not what they are.
Yeah, no. For a second, I was thinking, is this some kind of Thai thing? And it's like, no, that's not. I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking of those weird pyramid hats that I don't know what they're called because I know. No, I know next to nothing about Thai culture. So.
I thought you were going to say next to nothing about Devo.
I don't know that either.
Those are peacock feathers.
Oh, okay. That could mean anything.
That could definitely be Chinese, actually. China has a thing with peacocks.
Yeah, like, although that's kind of a thing that you could see in a lot of places.
Peafowl. No, it would be peacocks because it's the feathers.
Yeah, it's the tail feathers. It's for peacocks, the males. But, like, I could believe someone has a peacock theme and be from, like, 18th century France. I could believe it because a lot of people like peacock feathers as a motif.
France wouldn't be, like, a staff user, though. He'd probably use, like, a garrote.
Or he'd just be Raphael.
Or he'd use he'd be Raphael.
Yeah.
Good point.
But there's peacocks in a lot of European stuff. Like, there's a peacock in Greek myth. I want to say, like, it's a dude with a bunch of eyeballs, and he gets turned into a peacock because, like, some reason.
It's not Argus, is it?
I think that is the name.
Oh, God. I didn't know Argus was supposed to be a peacock.
Well, that's a version I have heard. There was some guy, and I think he was like a bodyguard, and he fucked up, so they turned him into a peacock. But he had eyeballs all over his body.
I'll admit, Argus is like one of the only things in Greek myth that I roll my eyes at every single time, forgive the pun, and then just have nothing to do with. I don't pay attention to Argus. I can't pay attention to Argus. I don't know why.
I don't get that either.
Right? Like, it's weird because like mythology is one of my big things. I used to have anthropology classes when I was in college, and like I loved them, and I was really good at anthropology.
Didn't you almost get into a class on the occult, but you couldn't do it because it was at midnight and your dad wouldn't drive you there?
I literally got invited by the professor who I had for something else entirely.
What is that move you did, though?
That was a grab.
Was that his grab?
It's a grab.
Okay.
He's got multiple ones. I think he's got different grabs depending on which direction you press when you grab.
Okay.
But I had a teacher. It was the teacher who taught the occult class, was one of the ones who also taught one of the anthropology classes, and she personally was like, "Hey, Josh, be a part of this class. I desperately need you in this class." And I'm like, "No, I can't." And then she's like, "Can you please just think about it? Like, I will do everything I can to like try and take cash off of tuition for that, because I really need you in this class." And I'm like, So I talked to my dad about it. My dad's like, "I don't want to drive you to school at like 2 a.m.
To learn about Satan.
Yeah, to learn about Satan. Well, it was actually, I want to say it was like primitive human religious studies, because it's technically it's the occult, but it dealt harder with like standard civilizations.
So it was like superstition more than anything.
It was a lot of superstition in it, yes, but it was also occult, as in like old world gods, sun
Animism
worship
and stuff?
Yeah.
So what is Satan? Is Satan just advanced
You
human
can consider
occult?
that a form of occultism. Technically, that's theology, but it works both ways.
Yeah, I was Googling for Satan because it's Halloween. Happy Halloween.
You were Googling for Satan on Halloween.
Yeah, I was doing it for him. He asked me.
Yeah, all right.
But and I found
Google me
some
how to make
website. Just I think it's a.
Like, but
I
Satan,
think
don't
what I
like
put
it.
in was GeoCities Satan, and I just Googled that, and this is one of the things I found was just someone talking about how Satan's true teachings came from the Far East and were hidden in
No.
serpent yoga.
That's
And that,
stupid.
like, the Christians and the Jewish both took the teachings of serpent yoga and lied about them, and now there's, like, spiritual masters in India who will give you blessings for free because they don't know how to unlock their own powers.
You can't
Oh,
fight
hey.
this with strength alone. Please understand, Xianghua.
Why is their lip sync this bad?
Because they didn't originally speak English.
I mean, yeah, this is a GameCube game, so it's not like they did that
Have you seen Xianghua in this costume before? Because
I
this
don't
is
remember.
like I don't remember this one specifically. Like maybe I'm wrong.
I don't know.
It
We
looks
keep
like it's
confusing
got-
her with Talon, so
we
who
do.
knows?
We do it an awful lot. But she's got like a lot of baked-in lighting on this dress, and it looks okay from certain angles, but from other angles it looks really weird.
Yeah, you can kind of see, like, butt outlines on
Yeah,
it.
literally just a constant butt there.
So I
Even
think,
when it's not on her, even when it's flipping up in the wind.
So I think these two we knew each other, but I had confused
I would be
Kilik with
surprised.
Yunsung, and like I'm
Oh my
really
God,
sorry
she's
we keep
ruining me.
doing this, but there's a lot of characters with names that are super like not things we'd remember, and they look kind of the same, and we don't play
they
this
don't
game
look
that
much the
much.
same.
Some of
Wow,
them do.
she destroyed me. You want the controller?
Sure. Like, I'm not trying to say that all Asians look alike, because I am Asian.
Yeah, that would be weird.
But I am
coming from
trying to say that a lot of these designs seem to have come from similar inspirations and maybe kind of look the same.
Well, they're from similar parts of Asia as well.
Well,
China,
they're from like
Japan,
similar people on a team of game devs.
Korea. Wait, who was the one from Korea? Was that
Was there oh, Youngsung was Korean.
Yeah. Youngsung was.
Yeah, we
Korean.
learned that, and then I forgot again.
Yeah, no, he's Korean. I think we made the joke that he's a Korean pop idol.
We may have.
What the fuck
I don't
was
know.
that?
Some kind of recover.
It
was
didn't
cool.
help.
Yeah,
it was cool,
no.
but it sure as fuck didn't help.
My hands are still stuck in BlazBlue mode because I played it for roughly a collective 5 hours over the last 2 days.
I'm gonna choose to believe that Xianghua is actually really gross, and the reason why you can see her butt even when that thing's not touching her is that it's left an imprint.
I did it again, kind of.
Kind of. Nah, you know what? I don't want to believe that. That's gross.
Yeah.
I give that up immediately. As a terrible belief. Are we just gonna die to like Xianghua over and over again? I thought
Maybe.
Kilik was our like unstoppable.
I'm still trying to remember that I'm not Carl Clover right now.
I got you.
Okay.
But it's easy to remember. You just gotta remember you don't have your sister walking around. I mean, come on.
Don't cry.
What you trying to do is too dangerous.
This will make sense someday when we
Yeah.
actually, like, complete the BlazBlue.
Just gonna fight her like a wild animal. Fucking
With a stick?
yeah, wild animal with a stick.
A wild
Angry and
animal
vicious.
using basic tools.
Attacking as much as it can at every opening.
I got you.
With no defense and no sense of like self.
Are you literally just mashing?
No, I'm not. I was trying to be stupid about it because like I'm just going at her over and over with the stick.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
trying to
it
be like,
works
no,
if you-
just
if you
like giving
remember-
away all abandon and just attacking as much as I can.
It works really well when you remember how to play Soul Calibur, but then when you don't, it's like weird.
I kind of remember. He's not even that hard, to be honest.
Oh no, he's super easy to use. It's just I keep forgetting I'm playing Soul Calibur. I'm holding the GameCube controller and thinking, okay, this is a PlayStation, right?
Someday it might be.
I don't want to think about GameCubes and PlayStations.
No,
having, like, a baby.
okay. I was gonna make a joke about the whole N64 being half a the SNES being half a PlayStation, and didn't, and it came out weird.
Yeah.
Maybe someday it will be.
I don't ship cross-console
No.
relationships because I don't ship consoles.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even like the concept of Nintendo and PlayStation becoming one company. But like, there was a time, for those of you who don't know, during the like SNES era, during the NES, the Super Nintendo, when Nintendo and Sony had joined forces and were trying to make one console. It never came about, and Sony took its toys home with it,
And one of the reasons it didn't work was literally the Philips CDI games were too bad, so they were like, no.
I can't let you
Like,
waste your
what?
yeah, they were going to make a disc-based system, and Nintendo backed out because they had a similar deal with the Philips CDI, which is what those Zeldas were on.
They backed out because it was effectively, it was either, I forget who it was, and I think if you asked them, each of them answers different. But one of them argues that the other basically wanted to take the whole thing and leave the other company with nothing and absorb them.
Well, I had heard a different story.
I mean,
Maybe
there's a
there's
chance
more
that
than
that's
one
it,
reason.
too.
Maybe there's
Sure.
fake stories running around.
Yeah.
What I heard was
He's
that
also
they
Kilik.
saw... Yeah, what the hell? Anyways, I had heard that there was no confidence in a disc-based system because they had let another company use, like, Zelda and, like, Hotel Mario and stuff, and it, like, bombed so bad. It was like, no, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
But I could see that being something someone made up just to make fun of, like, Wand of Gamelon.
Well, you know, Philips CDI actually won a huge fucking court settlement against Nintendo, too.
Oh.
They apparently own the copyright on what was effectively the Wiimote. And they owned it for, like, since the 80s or something like that, because Philips copyright or trademarked a system like that at some point in the 80s.
So they just copyrighted motion controls,
Yeah.
thinking it would be good someday?
As like a
Wow.
literal remote control. They had like a working concept or something like that. And they claimed that Nintendo stole it from them and that they wanted reparations for, what was it, like a decade of Wii sales or something? And they won. They didn't lose that.
Wow.
Yeah, they won, and Nintendo had to pay them a lot for that.
So anyways, we're Kilik, and now we are the Soul Man.
Yeah, Kilik channeled the evil energy into the Kali Yuga, for it absorbs all spiritual energy, good and bad.
His stick
The
is
evil aura,
magic?
thought to be limitless in its power, gradually waned and vanished.
Oh, so we just exorcised it.
Yeah, then Kilik disappeared, perhaps to embark on a quest to extinguish the evil, or because he was trapped in this cave. And he would likely remain on that quest until the day when all the sins of the past are exorcised. Kilik is Asian Jesus. That's why he's in a cave! Crackling with that sexual energy in the dark.
You think that's what Jesus' energy is?
It's
Sexual?
the only thing that makes sense.
Okay.
I mean, everybody loved Jesus.
So
Probably.
I kind of assumed
Except
from the
when they
fact
didn't.
that Kilik's just like you just smash things with a big stick that he would not be like a weird meditative serious guy.
He's a stick beater, I guess.
I kind of that's great.
It's not a good way to put
I
it.
kind of just
apologize.
assumed from looking at him that he was just another like young warrior dude, not like some kind of.
He's got a little stone on
not
his
some
neck.
kind of
How
weird
would you not
priest.
assume that he was some kind of weird priest when he's got like?
Well, he looks like he's like 21 at most. First of all,
Why does that necklace look so familiar? What am I trying to say it is?
a chaos emerald.
It's the Mystic
No.
Stone from Monster Rancher.
Oh, it's everything.
It's did they have a rock like that in Inuyasha? I don't remember. remember.
They had rocks in
I know
Inuyasha.
they had rocks in Inuyasha. Kilik,
Alright.
age 23, birthplace
Oh, I wasn't that
unknown.
far off.
Raised in Lingsheng-su
Height
Temple,
5'6".
Ming Empire. Height
I
5'6".
don't believe you.
Weight 139 pounds.
I don't
Birth
think I
date
believe that either.
February 9th.
Okay, so at 5'6" and so that's a little lower than I'd put, considering he's got all that pec and ab.
Yeah, he's just got like 5% body fat.
I
And
guess.
his bones are hollow. Don't think about it. Blood type A, weapon rod, weapon name Kali Yuga. Discipline, secret art of Lingsheng-su style rod. Family, raised in Lingsheng-su Temple, but he murdered everyone, including Zhao Lian, who was like his sister, Master Edgemaster.
Fucking okay. Kilik is a mass murderer.
Kilik is an Edgemaster. It's one step above Edgelord.
I just kind of, he doesn't look like a villain.
2 steps above Edge Knight, I guess.
You know, he doesn't have a crab claw, and he's not a dominatrix or a zombie. I assumed he was a good guy.
Kilik was to be the successor of one of the 3 sacred treasures of Lingsheng-su Temple, called Kali Yuga. Tragically, the night before the succession ceremony, a mysterious light fell upon the temple, driving all those who saw it into an insane murdering frenzy.
Oh, so he's innocent of this because it was like moon rays.
Yeah, it was moon magic. Kilik was no exception, and he killed many temple members because of his strength.
He was just so good at it.
He couldn't handle like moon prism powers activating, and he lost it. He murdered people.
Yeah.
At the end of the atrocity, the Dvapara Yuga, second of the... I didn't read that right.
I don't know.
It's probably like Dvapara?
I don't know.
Second of the 3 sacred treasures of Lingsheng-su Temple, hung across the chest of Kilik. That's the stone.
Okay.
The Dvapara Yuga belonged to the Zhaolian...
The Zhanglon?
the-
We're too
Zhanglon.
American for this. I'm sorry.
Usually I'm better with Chinese pronunciation. I'm getting nothing out of this
I'm
one.
not.
Zhanglong. I don't know. A woman who had been like an older sister to Kilik. When Kilik awoke, he found himself in an older man's hermitage. Gross. The older... What is he doing in that hermitage? The old man revealed to
To clicky.
to Clicky that the root of this evil was a demonic sword called Soul Edge. Clicky studied the secret art.
Studdled.
I'm losing my mind. Of
Kilik
the Lingsheng-su
studied.
style rod and left on a journey to destroy the evil blade. Who's Rod? Who was named Rod?
His weapon is a
Okay.
rod.
His weapon's name is Rod, okay. With the help of Zhang Hua, a woman he met during his travels, Kilik succeeded in defeating the wielder of Soul Edge, Nightmare. Clicky returned to his master in order to perfect the technique of neutralizing and purifying evil energy. But one day, he sensed a return of the malevolent aura of Soul Edge. That must have been the first game, and then the second one.
Okay,
was the lead
yeah.
up there. Soul Edge still existed. Kilik left on another journey to destroy Soul Edge, once and for all, for he wished to atone for his sins.
Okay, so what was the mysterious light that made everyone murder magic?
Soul Edge moon powers, I guess. Labyrinth.
What?
Just like the legend surrounding the Isle of Crete.
Have we even been here?
No. Why are we in Greece? In the Mediterranean Sea,
Yeah.
many myths and folklores around the world refer to structures called labyrinths. Oh, this isn't the actual labyrinth, so there's no
Why-
like minotaur here. It's just a labyrinth.
But Crete is the right place for that, isn't it?
No, it's saying just like the legends surrounding the island of Crete.
Oh, okay, so it's like it.
It's like that, but it's like it's a Chinese knockoff.
Fuck.
Most places referred to as labyrinths, however, are nothing more than intricate palaces. This ruin is the exception, with complex corridors and chambers that run through numerous levels underground. This ruin defines the word labyrinth.
It looks pretty Grecian.
A labyrinth is not a maze, and I hate that people consistently make that mistake. A labyrinth has a single path to the center. It just twists and turns, but there's only one path. There aren't multiple branches.
Well, then why
People-
did whichever one killed the Minotaur have to use that magic
People
string?
make the weirdest mistakes when it comes to labyrinths. I don't even remember. I just know that that's not what a labyrinth is. And then
Okay.
every time I mention it, people go, well, what about the string? And it's like, I don't know. Maybe they were wrong too. Maybe they meant maze and just kept writing labyrinth.
Maybe it's just a weird language thing where,
don't
like,
know.
the publicly
I swear to
accepted
God.
definition is
Like-
accepted.
Like, I could be wrong. I could be super wrong. And if
could
that's
always
the
be
case,
wrong.
tell me in the comments. But I'm almost positive that I have always been taught that a labyrinth is not a maze.
The labyrinth is the doctor. You're thinking of Labyrinth's monster.
It's like a spiral that goes straight to the center regardless of what's going on.
But then how does it keep the Minotaur in?
The Minotaur didn't... He stayed in because people, like, literally... He wasn't being kept in it as, like, a prisoner, like he was, but he stayed in it because people were sacrificed to him. People were pushed into the labyrinth and told, hey, keep going. And they just walked until they found the Minotaur, and he killed Natum. He didn't have to leave. They put him in there because it would have been annoying for him to walk out. But if he stayed in the center, he got a perfectly large amount of people.
I like the more sympathetic interpretation of the Minotaur that they just put him in there because they didn't want anyone to know that the queen fucked a horse. So
You mean a bull?
yes, I said it funnier.
Oh, okay.
But like they just put him in there
He's a
because they were
centaur.
embarrassed and he did nothing wrong.
No one knows. I like the concept of a centaur, but it's a horse head on a human body. And that's all that it is. It just looks like a person running around in a horse mask.
Yeah.
And they still call it a centaur.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah, okay,
this is Soul
anyway.
Calibur.
No one knows when this labyrinth was created or its purpose. The only thing that is known about this recently reawakened ruin is that it is the only structure in this area. There are no cities nor temples anywhere nearby.
What does it have to do with Kilik? It's
Nothing.
got like the
Nothing
wings
at
of
all.
Isis on the wall, and then like some Poseidon horses over on the side. And what is Kilik doing here? Like really? Like why is it?
What?
We haven't even seen this arena. Like it's not unlocked yet, right?
No, not as far as I can tell.
Yeah, because we never went through Weapon Master mode.
No way. Sorry.
So, is that a scar on his face?
Sorry.
Is it supposed to be significant?
Yeah, it looks like he's got a big Nike check mark on his mouth.
Yeah, because he just did it to his entire temple.
I don't know why I clicked camera. There's nothing to look at.
I want to look
here.
at the back of his coat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can do that. Maybe it is peacocks, maybe it isn't. No, those are totally peacocks.
Yeah, those look like peacocks.
Yeah, that is a peacock. It's two peacocks.
Eh.
It's some opulent garbage that it doesn't... Why would he wear it? And a face.
I don't know.
It's
That's-
like a
I don't
prospector
think
with a
it's
little
face.
twizzly mustache and buck teeth.
I don't think it was intended
And
as
cat
a
ears.
face.
He's like a goblin villain from a 1920s cartoon.
I didn't think of that as a face when I saw it, but okay.
He's got a little clown face on his belt too. See it?
No?
Yeah. On his belt, it's a big nose, two eyes above it, and a big smiling mouth underneath it.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Let's just fight.
Okay, we'll fight. We'll fight over this clown face.
I don't need a clown face.
Versus battle. Do you want to be Kilik or should I?
I'll be the girl.
All right, I'll be Kilik, but I'm picking the other costume.
Come on.
Yeah, I don't mind this costume. I don't care.
Yeah. Let's find the labyrinth.
Yeah,
I don't think it's
we
here.
we don't have that.
Well, we can look for it.
No, that's the temple. That's
Yeah.
like Cassandra's temple.
Yeah. I thought that underneath
No, wait,
random
that's
might have
the
been it, but
Cassandra's.
that's not it.
No,
That's not the
this
temple,
is the
there's no
temple
ceiling
where you
on it.
fight the final guy. So no, that's Cassandra's. So yeah, we don't have the labyrinth.
Yeah.
Just
Pick the one up above that. Nope, two
this,
up.
this one.
Yeah, that one. There.
Okay. Go to Bangkok or wherever
Yeah,
this one
I don't know
was.
where this one is.
I forget.
It's a generic stage.
It's not really generic.
Well, it's one of the only stages that is. It's huge. It's got multiple sort of pathways that you can go down, and then it's got very little in the way of pits, but they are there, and they're just multiple kind of like around. Man, no fair. You've been playing fighting games all day.
Yeah, but not this fighting game.
I guess. I stood no chance.
Man, when we were like switching off, I died to Zhanghua and
I
then
know.
you beat her for
I
real,
know.
so you should be able to do this.
I know.
Because you
I'm
just
trying.
did. grabs were so easy to do in
Yeah,
this
grabs
game.
are super easy in this one.
In
You just have to hit
BlazBlue, they're hard
B
because
and A at the
everyone
same
blocks
time.
them.
You can't block a grab in BlazBlue.
Well, everyone like counters them. Excuse me.
Yeah, well, you can counter in BlazBlue. You can counter a grab. If you... I think you have to grab at the same time or something. It's like a neutral thing, but yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Anyways.
Anywho.
Final thoughts?
Expect Carl Clover eventually.
My final thought is that Carl Clover is a piece of shit, and I don't want to see him again. But Kilik's okay. I mean,
Kilik's fine.
He murdered everyone, but it was
He's
the
got
moon's
like a tiger
fault.
shirt in this particular one.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
All right.
Have a good night.
Have a good night,
See you
everybody.
next week.